Alright, so I've done a video on just about everything that you need to know for Diamond Dynasty, and I've done videos on just about everything that you need to know for hitting, pitching, fielding, and base running. But in those videos where I talked about hitting, pitching, fielding, base running, and all the different aspects of the gameplay, there was one thing that kept constantly coming up, and that was Road to the Show. People wanted to know how to do a lot of different things in Road to the Show, and I figured that, you know what? I should probably talk about that. You won't find a lot of people who will really sit here and kind of dive deep into what you should know, what you need to know, how to do this, how to do that. So today I'm going to be doing just that. I'm sitting on this screen mainly because I just don't want it to put me into a computer game. But we're going to go to Road to the Show because we're going to talk about the first thing that I should probably talk about, mainly because it is a thing that has been asked of me the most. So some of the things that I have been asked a lot when it comes to Road to the Show is fielding, base running, can I turn them on, can I turn them off, how do I do specific fielding things, how do I do specific base running things. A lot of different options when it comes to Road to the Show specifically. And it comes to that because Road to the Show kind of has some different controls than your normal gameplay. So let's go into the settings and talk about all those different things that you'll probably need to know. So as you can see here, we have 4 different settings: gameplay, presentation, audio video, and mode specific. If you head on over to mode specific, you have a lot of Road to the Show specific options. The ones that people ask me the most are fielding opportunities, button mapping, the interface, the opportunities for base running. So I'm going to kind of explain how those all work. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the infield reaction. If you want your player to automatically go towards the ball once contact has been made, you leave it on assist. If you don't want them to help you at all, you can turn it off, but I would probably suggest that you move that to assist. The next one that we're going to talk about is the button mapping. So how this works is, if you like how the fielding works normally, like normally is circle is first, triangle is second, square is third, and X is home. Or if you're on Xbox, B is first, Y is second, X is third, and A is home. If you like that and you're completely used to it, you can leave it as classic. But if you kind of want more of an immersive feel, you should probably go with fielder, because that flips everything around a little bit. So when you're in the field and you want to throw it to your left, that where first base is, let's say you're playing short or third or wherever, you want to throw it to first on the left side, well, now first would be square. So in the fielder mode, square is first, X is second, circle is third, and triangle is home. If you're on Xbox, X is first, A is second, B is third, and Y is home. Now let's say that you don't really care for fielding. Maybe you wanted to play Road to the Show and you only want to hit. Well, you can do that. You can have it to where you do some of the fielding opportunities. You can have it to where you do none of the fielding opportunities. Or you can have it to where you do all of the fielding opportunities. So it really comes down to, what do you want? Do you want them to shove you into every fielding opportunity you get? Do you not want to field at all? Or, maybe you want a few of them every game. Now we're going to move over to the base running. So how the base running works with the analog is you use your left stick to control how you run. Once you hit the ball, if you want to move over to second, third, home, if you want to run as much as you want, then you hold up on the stick. We'll obviously go into this in more detail when we get into gameplay itself, but using analog is just using your left stick. Or if you want to use the buttons like how the MLB The Show normally works, you use L1 and R1 to run. I'm going to assume that L1 is to go forward, because that's how it is normally. But if you're running, R1 might be forward. I don't know. I'm not 100%, so I'm going to wait until we actually get into it to do it, because I've never really used buttons. I've always used analog. And just like with fielding, if you don't want to do any base running opportunities except for when you bat, because you have to do that one, you can't skip out on that. You have to at least run after you hit. But if you don't want to worry about it when you're on first base and you have somebody coming up, you can just turn it off. You can only do it in action pitches, so that means when there's going to be a walk, a strikeout, or somebody puts the ball in play, you can do that. You can make it to where you do all the base running opportunities, or you can do it to where only when you are the lead runner. So let's say you have somebody on first, you hit a single to left field, you're now on first and somebody is in front of you on second. You will not do any base running unless that person scores or gets out and you are now the lead runner. Now we'll talk about something that's a little smaller. If you want the players to kind of yell at you through your controller, you can obviously turn that on. I like having it off because if I do Road to the Show at some point, which I might do, I don't think I want them yelling in my controller into the microphone all the goddamn time. And of course, when the batters are hitting, you can decide if you only want to see like half of the at-bat or the whole at-bat. If you want more opportunities to get stolen bases, then you might go with all. But if you really want, like with the action pitches here, which it locks this so it doesn't matter. But if you don't do that and you still want, to only have to deal with a few pitches every at bat, then you should probably go with half. I'm going to not necessarily talk about Showtime just yet, because I think we should only talk about Showtime when we get into the gameplay itself. But those are like the majority of like the things that people have been asking me, specifically when it comes to Road to the Show. Of course, if you go into gameplay, you can choose what kind of pitching you want to do. You can choose what kind of hitting you want to do. If you want to do zone, pure analog, directional. Let me put that back to zone so I don't forget it later on. And you can determine what kind of fielding you want to do. Do you want to do button accuracy, pure analog, Showtime, or buttons? Again, we'll talk about Showtime when we get there. Now, I have made videos on all of these different things, including the normal base running, which is all here. But if you do want to see them, I will leave the playlist down in the description below with all 3 of those videos. So if you really want to give them a watch, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. So now that we've gone over all of that, now we can really start getting into Road to the Show itself. So now that we're back on the main menu, something that I do want to talk about, because I have seen some people not understand it that much, and I can understand why, because I didn't know this at first. But if you look in the bottom left corner, there is that tiny text that says more options. So let's say you make a Road to the Show player and you're like, maybe I want to do another one. Let's say I'm playing with somebody in like the third base. Maybe I want to use an outfielder too. Well, what you can do is you press that square and you can make multiple save files. In previous games, it was just you press X and then it brings up this screen. Now you have to press a completely different button to bring it up, and this works for Road to the Show and franchise, which is something that I might talk about another day if it feels like maybe people want me to talk about it. So yeah, you can make a brand new Road to the Show file, you can make a brand new Road to the Show player. Now, one thing that I'm not 100% on is if we go over to create, we go over to the vaults and create player, I don't know if the create player that you make here would work in Road to the Show. Because usually in Road to the Show, you would go in and it would have you create your player there. Whereas this year, you have to make him before you go into it. Now, normally how you would do that is you go to the top left, you go up here, and you make your ball player. But with here, you can make all your different loadouts that you want to make. You can make, stuff for like hitting. You can make a pitching loadout. It allows you to pick which loadout you want to use before each game, so that's kind of nice. I don't necessarily know if that's 100% how it works, because I feel like I have used my pitching loadout and it wouldn't, count the stats towards it. So I'm not 100% how that works, but I feel like it would be a little annoying if every time you had to pitch, you had to come back here and go, all right, hold on, let me activate it. Now we can go back and play. Oh, now I'm going back to hit. Let me go back to my hitting one. Let me go activate this one. I feel like that's annoying. I don't know if that's how it works, but I think that's how it works. So in here, you can do all the different things that you want to do. You can do it by position, affinity, rarity, and then you can add all the different things that you collect as you play the game. Fielding stuff, pitching stuff, hitting, speed, contact, power. It's everything that you can put. You'll probably unlock at some point as you play through the game, and you can only have 2 per, you know, program. I don't know exactly what they're called. I'm dumb, so I'm just gonna move on. But also in the screen, you can put on the equipment that you get. So I don't have any masks, but chest protectors. If you want to put on a specific chest protector, you can put that on. Elbow guard, fielding glove, you know, everything that you can think of. If you have it, you can put it on your player. And obviously each thing will like help your player. Like with this, you'll get +4 power, contact. You'll get +5 to clutch and vision. Let's go with like the eyewear. With this, you'll get plate vision, discipline, accuracy, fielding, and reaction. So these are things that will boost up your player to kind of help you kind of level them up maybe just a little faster. Over here you can choose actually no, over here it shows you your pitch types, and I can promise you that's not what I have. Maybe it's what I have with my second Road to the Show player. I haven't really pitched with him yet, but I tried to do this with my main one, but then the servers broke down and I'm back to just a normal changeup and a curveball. So I don't know if that all works. So maybe before this comes out, I'll kind of like check it out and see, and maybe put like text on the screen like, hey, it works, or hey, it doesn't. Although I feel like at this point you guys probably would know that if you played the Road to the Show enough, because it would happen only, you know, like 5 games into the season. But I think that's all I really wanted to talk about with the ball player itself. You can change the pose or the appearance depending on what you want to do, of course. But let's get into the Road to the Show itself. So when you get into Road to the Show, you will be able to say, hey, I want to play for a specific team, or I want to play for somebody random. Now, I haven't really tried getting a specific club, but you know what? I'll try it here. Not really, but I know what type of club. I want to play in the American League. Will it just be ready for the... Okay. I wonder if there's a way to get a specific one. Maybe if you choose like, I know one club. Interesting. Okay. Right. So the nice thing is it gives you this cool, you know, cutscene to like you're waiting for your player. It's like, oh my god, who is it gonna be? I didn't know this was a thing. I'm playing on PlayStation 4. I'm not playing on PlayStation 5. I wasn't expecting to get, you know, cutscenes. But you know what? I now have a 1 in 15 shot of getting my favorite team, so let's see if I actually get them for this one. No, I didn't get my favorite team. But the A's are looking real good so far this year. They started off really cold, and then they got real fucking hot. Of course, they give you this introduction scene, but we're gonna skip it just to move on. But like I said, I wasn't expecting that. I haven't gotten far enough to really see other cutscenes that might come in, but that really shocked me at first. So of course, once you get in, you'll be able to choose, hey, do you want to do pitching and playing? Do you only want to pitch? Do you only want to hit? We're just gonna go through it. Sure thing, skip. We'll do somewhere in the infield. Let's go with second base because I already have a shortstop. Yep. And then we'll put me on the mound. Hello, Gizmo. You're on the mic. I don't know if he purred over there. I don't know if he purred on the mic, so I just said hi in case he did. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I thought there was something here that apparently there isn't. So in the past, I think 2 games, we had a system where you could choose, do you want to be like a leader? Do you want to be somebody who's like an outcast? Do you want to be somebody who's just the heart and soul of the team? And that would kind of give you some extra things to kind of help you along. But I guess they replaced it with the loadouts. And I guess I just didn't play enough games to really realize that. So I feel dumb for that. So now that I got that off my chest and I'm an idiot, I'm just gonna move on and talk about the other stuff that is here. So the first thing that we should probably talk about while we're here on like the main screen is the relationships. You can build up your relationships with your teammates, and it doesn't really no, I don't want. I wish it would show you like the 3, like how it has here: unfamiliar, rival, fierce rival. It should have like the thing up top: unfamiliar, friend, and I think after friend or it's like besties or something like that. I'm not 100% on the last one. But as you build up your relationship with the players, you will be able to kind of boost not only yourself with a couple points in like fielding, hitting, whatever it may be, you'll also be able to boost them up. So the more players you boost, the more attributes you kind of help yourself with, and the better you make your team. So of course it's really good to kind of build up your relationships, but you do also want to focus on building up your own stats individually, because you will have not only chances in the field to do it by just, you know, making the right plays, you will also have chances when it's like training days to do it as well. So I think now that I've kind of talked about a lot of the things that we need to worry about outside of the gameplay for Road to the Show, I think now we're gonna get into the actual gameplay. So from here on out, I'm going to be talking about the obviously the gameplay aspects of Road to the Show, but I'm only going to talk about the specific things that are in Road to the Show itself. So if you are kind of like, well, he didn't really talk about all the batting ways and hitting and all the ways of pitching. Again, like I said earlier, I did make videos for that. So if you really want to see it, go watch it. But let's get into the actual gameplay. I say that, but I know there's going to be something like a week before the actual game starts. Oh no, actually go right into. I feel like with my other ones, there was something like in like mid-April that was like, hey, this is happening. I didn't really get it for this one. But yeah, here you get to choose like which one you want to do. And I guess you do have to have a specific one active to play it, which is stupid, but whatever. Alright, so the first thing I guess we're going to talk about, because the first thing that's popping up, is fielding. So if you want to do the specific Showtime fielding, I'm going to kind of do it and then I'll talk about it kind of as we go through. So the ball is going to be hit to me. I can hopefully get this. Let's throw it. Oh my god, I don't have the right thing on, I'm sure. No, I do. Why didn't I get a Showtime? What the f... Alright, whatever. Alright, well, give me a Showtime. There we go. So how you do that, basically, is once you get it, you use your right stick to have the thing go into the target, and then you press R2. So hopefully we'll get like another attempt so I can show it again and maybe kind of go over a little bit. I'm just kind of doing this to kind of get through it. Maybe we'll get another fielding attempt real soon. All right, here we go. Oh, please don't make me field it. I want to be able to receive it. Hit it to shortstop. Good, thank you. I appreciate that. Nothing's gonna work for me today, huh? All right, so this should be another fielding attempt so I can kind of show you how that all works. So he hits it to me, I press square, and then we get an opportunity. We move our right stick into the target, press R, throw it, and that's basically how the Showtime works for fielding. I don't know if Showtime is in hitting this year. It doesn't seem like it is, but it might still be in pitching. So when I get to pitching, we'll see if it's there still. So I'm going to kind of go over the strategies that I might use in a given base running opportunity. So as we're going here, whenever I'm leading off, or whatever I'm doing over at first, second, third, wherever, what I like to do is I like to hold my stick left, because let's say I'm doing that and I'm leading. If I'm holding left the entire time, I will automatically go back to first. Like, it doesn't matter. If I sit here and hold it like this, I have less of a chance of maybe getting back, because now I have to actually time it up. Whereas if I'm holding it the entire time, I should be able to get back. I should be able to get back just about every time. I am becoming Porky fucking Pig over here. And I can't even blame it on like the camera, because I turned the camera off because, you know, there are certain things that I think I wanted to show more than my face. But I can't say it's camera. I can't say it's like stage fright of looking at the camera and having the camera on me, because it ain't on. So yeah, if you want to go back, hold left, and then if you want to steal, you can press right as soon as you see them kind of doing a motion. And then what I did there, as I'll pause to kind of talk about it, if you want to slide a particular way in Road to the Show, what you need to do, if you're using analog, is you need to hold L1, and that will make you look at the base. Then from there, you move your right stick up to do a head first slide, left to slide left, right to slide right, or you can hold it down to do a feet first slide. That was also something else that people asked me about, so I kind of wanted to really focus in on that whenever I got the chance to talk about it. But I guess we'll be able to show it off. Do I have I'm in the wrong settings. Do I have the lead runner? Yes, I have the lead runner on. There's somebody in front of me at third. I am on second. So this should mean that I will not have any base running opportunities from this point on unless I'm on third or he is out, which would mean the inning is over. So we'll see how that works. Like that. Because either we both scored or he got out or whatever it is, I did not get to do any more base running opportunities for that at bat or that inning. So something that I want to test is, again, wrong settings. Something that I want to test is where here. I want to see how the buttons work. So I'm hoping I kind of get a decent hit here. So maybe I can see how it all works. Okay, that's a base hit. So R1 is to advance, L1 is to retreat. Okay. Can you maybe go to third so I can... Nope, you can't do it. I'm gonna have to find another goddamn attempt to do it. This is a big moment in the game too. Tying run on second. 9th inning, 2 outs. Really good pitch. Fucking missed it. Oh, there we go. Hell yeah. We're driving in that run. Okay, so as I saw on the top left, how this works, it looks like I'm just gonna have to guess before I really do it. I want to test before I try. I want to talk about it before I try it. So L1 is to retreat, R1 is to advance, and then you use your left stick like you would use the right stick in the analog way to determine your slide. The thing is, I guess with this, you can't really zoom in on the base itself. So that's like a functionality that I guess you kind of lose, but it's not really like a big functionality. So we're gonna test this, and as you can see here, I was able to slide left. Yep, I held left. And something that some other people talked about was people apparently had issues with running past the bag. Once you are past first base, let's say like 20-30 feet past first base, you can let go. You can let go of the R1 button if you're doing buttons. You can let go of the left analog stick if you're doing the analog controls, and he will continue to go to second. If you don't want them to continue to run, just let go. Okay, so here we go with another double. I'm letting go of the button, and he should just stop, right? Yep, he stops a second. So my suggestion to you is, if you're having trouble with kind of going past the bag, as soon as you pass first, give it like 10 to 30 feet, and then just let go. And then if you want to slide it a particular way, if you're doing this way, it's the left stick, you just do it in a direction. If you're doing the analog way, you hold L1 and then use your right stick to do in a specific direction. And hopefully that should cease all of the BS that you're having with just passing through the base like it's nothing. Alright, so now we're going to talk about pitching. I don't know if we have showtime with pitching, but it doesn't look like it. So I think, except for fielding, they took away showtime for both hitting and pitching. But I will say, I think there is one last thing that I do want to talk about, and once this inning ends, I will be able to. Alright, so as the inning is ending, you'll see in the bottom left that there's a thing that allows you to sim to the next appearance, or watch the full game. You can do none of them, and it'll show you, I'll let it play out. It'll show you this screen where you obviously have to wait, and then you can play the next appearance. Oh my god, it's not appearance, it's appearance. But if you press triangle when that thing pops up and it's lighting up, it'll automatically take you to the next appearance without having to kind of just sit there and wait. And if you feel like you want to watch the entire game, hey, you can do that too. But I do have one last thing because I forgot about it until a second. But we're going to talk about that, and that should be just about everything for Road to the Show. Oh, one more as the thing goes along, there are a few more things that I just keep forgetting is here because, you know, it's kind of new. So as you play, you'll be able to choose how often you want to do pitching if you're doing both. So if you want to do like a starting pitching role every day, or not every day, but every 5 days, you can do that. At some point, if you want to just focus on hitting or pitching, you can do that. But of course, if you feel like, you know, you only want to pitch every now and then, you can do that. If you want to maybe move to like a closing role, you can do that. Or of course, you can just kind of keep it the same. But the thing that I did want to talk about is, I don't know if it's every off day, but I'm going to assume it's every off day. You will get a chance to kind of train yourself in a bunch of different things. Early on, it's only like the batting cages, but then you'll be able to do like fielding stuff, the training room. You'll be able to build relationships with different players. So here, it's obviously just the simple things. But as you will notice, some of the things here will have a like little icon in the top right corner. What that means is with that will allow you to play like a mini game. So if we check out this one, I think this is like the PCI training, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's a PCI training where you have to only swing at the baseballs. I would suggest, if you're really trying to get everything out of all your attribute boosts, that you should probably do it, you know, just to be safe. But again, maybe that's just me because I grew up on like Mario Party. That's glitched. Okay, never mind, it's gone. Okay. But maybe it's just because I grew up with like Mario Party that I just really like mini games. So maybe that's just something that's kind of embedded within me. You're gonna show me some baseballs? Like, holy crap. I went through like a fucking 15-second stretch where I didn't get a damn thing. There we go. So yeah, I got gold and I got triple the base gains that I probably would have normally gotten. So again, it's just, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. And like here, it'll give you like the pitching work. So if you want to work on your pitching stuff, you can work on that. So I think that should be just about everything that is particular or exclusive to Road to the Show. If I did miss anything, because there is a chance I missed something, I'm pretty sure I missed at least something in all of my other videos. So if there is something that I missed, something that I didn't explain that you're kind of confused about, leave it down in the comments below. I will try to get to you as fast as possible. I have had times in my fielding video, because that's the one that has gotten the most views, which means it's gotten the most, you know, comments. I'm small, I'm not used to a lot of comments, but there have been some comments that kind of didn't pop up for me, or I just didn't see. So if I didn't see your comment and didn't, you know, at least like it or comment to you, I probably have missed it. But leave a comment if you have anything that you need to ask, and I will see if I can answer it. And I do want to say, before I end off the video, to everybody who has kind of discovered my channel over the past week or so, thank you for watching, you know, my videos. Thank you for everybody who said, you know what, this guy is good enough to subscribe to. You know, I like him, or I like his videos, or whatever it is that you like. Just thank you. You have no idea, like, this past week has probably been one of my happiest weeks in most recent memory. I just don't know what to say. Like, I can't really put into words just how thankful I am that there are people who like my content, you know? Of course, I have my first set goal. That is 1,000. I will tell you guys, it is 1,000, because I do want to be able to make money off of this, so I can maybe reinvest, you know. Maybe I'll be able to get like a PlayStation 5 if I get enough money, and make ballparks, or use all the PlayStation 5 exclusive stuff, and maybe I'll be able to get like a better, you know, PC so I can stream. So like those are the two things that I really need money for right now, is, you know, just kind of upgrade, make things look better, you know, get a new PC, and just kind of be able to do it more often with you guys. But that's enough of the self-blabbery stuff. So with all that being said, thank you for watching, hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next one.